Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Dark Souls Remastered. Last time we ran through the catacombs, and at the end of the episode we got to Vamos, the blacksmith. The skeletal blacksmith who has a skeletal beard, which is one of the coolest things ever. But I teleported back up here to Filing Shrine, and the reason I did is because I wanted to go from the top again. Also, they added another bloody bonfire down near Vamos, which is cool. That's new in the Remastered edition, by the way. There was never a bonfire there in the original version. At least I don't remember there being one. And it seems incredible to me that I would never have noticed the bonfire there. I'm sure it must be new. As we're coming down here, this will be much easier because I've killed all bar one of the... Coming down here will be much easier. I mean, that was my own fault, but it... Oh. Interesting. Well, I guess we're next to Vamos now. I can just walk, I suppose? That was weird. But all the necromancers are dead, which is what I was trying to say. So all these skeletons will die, which will make this a lot quicker for me to get down there. Assuming I don't die over and over on my way down there. Luckily, it's not particularly far to get down there. Fram just sleeping. But with the necromancers dead, all but one of the necromancers are dead. There's one more left down there. But with them all dead, this makes this run through very, very easy. My souls should be just around this corner, which will be nice. I can't believe I died to the heads. I mean, I can. It's not that surprising. They knock you around a bit. One of the points is you try and set them off first. That was weird. The camera went absolutely insane there. Let them kill themselves. Whoa! Again, camera, what are you doing? That's very strange. You can't actually walk past those skeletons, you don't need to kill them. You can run past these ones as well, but I'm gonna kill them just for the sake of it. I'm not gonna bother sitting at that bonfire, I'll sit at the next one. The one that was behind the hidden wall, I'll decide to sit at that one instead. Now, actually, will I sit at the other one? Yeah, I'll be fine. This here is actually a shortcut. I assume it works in this version of the game. You can see down here, just roll off here. Boop. Now this guy will try and explode you, but it's fine. Now, I don't know whether... Oh, these guys are for the... They're linked to a different necromancer, that's kind of annoying. I'm just going to run in here to get away from the skeletons. But this here is a shortcut to down where we were before. I headed back up that hill, and we found the Dark Moon Seance Ring. I'm going down... Look, buddy. Stop chasing me. This time I'm going down the hill into this catacomb area. I can go straight forward. There's some stuff I want to show up there, but not quite yet. I want to go find this necromancer and kill him first, just to save me a bit of time. I was about to say there's a skeleton that'll climb up this ladder, but apparently... kind of what I wanted, I'll be perfectly honest. You'll fall through that floor, don't do that. You'll fall through that floor, don't do that. Come this way instead. And drop down here. Die. Necromancer's is dead now. He's the last Necromancer in this place. And after you kill the last Necromancer, I think it's a guaranteed drop, but the last Necromancer will always drop you the Skull Lantern, which is a way of casting light. So I can actually go back to the DLC and show those pits. But if you come out here, this is another way into the area that we got down from Vamos. And you can sort of see, I'll try and brighten it up in post, but this guy here is running towards me now. This is a bone wheel. They're assholes. As late as I am in the game, they're not too bad, but I'm actually going to backtrack a bit because I want to show some stuff up here. Ow. You know what? Die. I don't think bone wheels can climb ladders. I find it hard to believe their wheel would allow them... Excuse me, their wheel would allow them to do that, but just in case. As I said, a few things I want to do. I kind of want to fall down here, but I won't do that quite yet. Do I have any Eyes of Death? Something worth checking, actually. I do have 5 Eyes of Death. They drop off basilisks. It's quite possible to reach this area... Oh, they're walking away. Reach this area without ever seeing them. But if you have Eyes of Death, and there is some behind this Titanite Demon, I'll just kill the Titanite Demon. Ow, he hit me still. Actually gonna back off and heal. Ow, he hit me again. Oh Jesus. How did I not die there? Heal. There we go, he's dead. So you can kill this Titanite Demon, and if you don't have, ooh, Demon Titanite, thank you. And if you don't have any Eyes of Death, you'll get something right here, just behind this Titanite Demon. You can actually just run past him. I did it, congratulations. But the reason you want Eyes of Death is if you sit in this coffin, what's this message say? Need item. Yep. You need Eyes of Death in your inventory, but if you go here, you can see Nestle in the coffin, which we can do right now. This is another instance in Dark Souls where you just have to sit there waiting, which is kind of... It's not very intuitive, but I kind of like that about it. The fact that it's some, like, hidden kind of obscure thing that you need to do. This will lead you to a covenant, by the way. It takes, I think, literally a full minute. I think you have to wait 60 seconds. And maybe 30, but I think we're probably approaching that at this point. There we go. See a skeleton close us in there. This will take you to the Chamber of Nito. Interestingly, you can get here a lot earlier than you would have otherwise. in the bottom of the Tomb of the Giants. I don't believe there's any enemies here. Tough enemy? But if you come over here, you can see Nito nesting in his sarcophagus. But as you can see here, you can pray to the sarcophagus of the Grave Lord to enter the Covenant. I'm not going to. I like my Way of the Dragon Covenant. I'm just going to keep it. But it's notable here. A few things you can get here is there's a miracle you can get from him. I know, kind of... It's like miracle in the sense that you have like dark clerics in D&D or whatever, and they do like necrotic damage or whatever. He has like it's a big spear that like shoots out of the ground and attacks people. You can also get the Gravelord sword, which is quite a good sword for, particularly for like low level play. It's quite a good sword because it doesn't scale particularly highly, but it does a lot of base damage. If you want to go back, you just nestle back into the coffin, and you get taken back. Simple enough. But there's a few things you can get from the Gravelord Covenant. And because this is so close to the start of the game, you can actually get here very, very quickly. The problem with that is you need to get the Eyes of Death from behind the Titanite Demon, which may be quite difficult for like a low-level character, but it's certainly doable if you just sort of roll around and pick up the Eyes of Death. And even if you die, you can actually get to this coffin without aggroing him. So if you go and pick them up and then get killed, you can actually come up to this coffin and nestle into it without him seeing you, because he doesn't see you until you get like all the way up to about here, is what it takes before he sees you. I guess because it's dark. Never really explains it. Okay. There's one last thing I want to do in here, which is fall down this hole. Is this the one, or is the other one better? There's a Black Knight under here. I don't particularly want to get got by him. Wait, where the fuck did he go? Hello? Black Knight? Black Knight? There's supposed to be a Black Knight here. Did he get... The bone wheels are running after me, which is kind of funny, but... I have no idea where the Black Knight is. I guess he fell? I'm confused. If I run into a Black Knight here... Bone wheels. Hello, Black Knight! Uh-oh. There he is! He has a great axe. And the Black Knight Great Axe is quite a good axe. I like it quite a lot. I can actually get to him this way fairly easily. He'll probably see me and run off after me. Ow, ow, ow. We can see I can kill those guys fairly simply. I can one-shot the bone wheels, which is nice. The Great Axe guy is a problem. I don't think he sees you if you run this way, but I want to kill the bone wheels first, if possible, is why I'm doing this. If you can kill all the bone wheels, it makes fighting the Black Knight a hell of a lot easier, that's for sure. All the way they sort of die and explode. There's an item up there, I'll show you how to get that in a second. Come here, bone wheel. Ow. Alright, I think all the bone wheels are dead. Which means if I come over here, the Black Knight should see me and drop down and try and kill me. There he comes. I can't actually see him properly. Oh, there he is. Come get me, bitch. Oh, there's a fucking skeleton with him. I'm more worried about the Black Knight than the skeleton. The skeleton seems to be backing off, which is good. Nearly parried him. Got the backstab though. Got him. Hey! I got the Black Knight Great Axe. Sweet. He always drops the Titanite chunk, but the Great Axe is a much rarer drop. And I'm kind of glad I got it, because there's only one other Black Knight Great Axe guy in the whole game. The last one is respawnable though, so you can actually, don't kill me, bro. The last one is respawnable, so you can actually farm it if you really want to, but he's like literally like the second last enemy in the game. Like, he's just before Gwyn. He's, like... It's very late in the game when you get to that point. But with all those guys dead, I feel pretty safe coming back up here to get my souls. There should be a few more guys hanging around somewhere, probably. But, whatever. Come down here. They were on this little ledge, right? Yep. Alright, cool. So I've recovered my lost power. I was going to show you how to get those items. Sure. It'll make all the bone wheels respawn, but at the same time, do I care? Not really. You know, looking now, this is a really useful bonfire. I can't level up, right? No, it takes like 30,000. I could. I'm going to actually spend these souls. I have like a bunch of souls I can use. I'm gonna use... Soul of a Hero? Might be 10,000. Large Soul of Brave Warrior is 5,000, I think. 8,000. Oh, that'll do. That gives me an extra level. So my dex is where I want it. 40, absolutely fine. Strength, I'm gonna want to get to 40 at some point. But I think... Oh, let's just go strength. I'll get strength to 40, and then I'll start doing endurance and vitality even higher. I'm already level 73, which... I think the average person, like the first time you would go through Dark Souls probably finishes around about 110, 120. Most of the time I finish a lot lower than that, because I usually just book it to Gwyn as soon as I can. But, why... I sat there, I didn't actually do what I wanted to do, which is... warp... to Firelink Shrine. We're sitting at 18 minutes, 19 minutes. It should be fairly good timing for me to show how to get these items, and then, from there, kill Pinwheel. Which was the goal of... I mean, strictly speaking, it was the goal of last episode, but I forgot how big the catacombs were, because I'd never go through them. It's my own fault for just never going through them the proper way. I'll show you the way I usually go through them right now, because that's how you get those items. Is to use the shortcut way to get there. And the shortcut way is like a noticeable shortcut. I kind of showed a bit of it just before, but to show it more completely this time will be a good experience. But I now feel pretty confident in having fully cleared the catacombs. Die. I'm not even going to stop for these idiots. I'll kill these guys just for the sake of explanation. Okay, so I showed before that you can roll down here and get down as a shortcut to get down here. You can do that again. Nearly died. You can then drink some elixir. Elixir. But as you can see, there's an item down there. You can just roll off this way too. Some skeletons may follow you. If one falls on your head, so be it. And if you fall down, there's a bone wheel down there. He'll try and do his rolly thing. I'm just gonna like lead him off the edge. Oh, he fell. You can fall down this side to get this item. It's not a particularly interesting item. Whoop. But nevertheless, you can pre-stuff plus a mace. Is that new? I don't remember that being there, but maybe it was. Oh, fuck you, bone wheels. I could die here. I could very easily die here. I usually run past all these bone wheels. But as you can, this is back where I was, like immediately. Like you just do a couple of falls and you're where you need to be. Coming through here is a boss fight. Unless they've massively changed this fight, it's the easiest boss fight in the game. I don't imagine it's weakness beating to a pulp. Yeah, okay. They haven't changed it much, clearly. Indeed, the weakness of this boss is to beat him like a pulp. Or beat him to a pulp, I should say. He's a creepy boss, I grant you that. Yeah, he's dead. 40 dex, 31 strength. On a plus 10 claymore. It'll take him down pretty fucking quick. So that was a 4-shot on that boss. If I'd done Power Within, that would have been probably a 1-shot. Maybe 2. You can see there we got the Rite of Kindling, which is an interesting item, a Humanity, and Homeward Bone. He also will drop one of his masks. I got the Mask of the Child, not a very good one. It's my least favorite out of all of them. But that is just an equipable mask. Well, equipable helmet, I should say. There we go. One of the 3 masks of the Pinwheel. The necromancer who stole the power of the Gravelord and reigns over the catacombs. This mask, belonging to the naive child, slightly raises stamina recovery speed. It's essentially the same effect as the Chloranthy Ring or the Grasscrest Shield. So it's not a horrible effect, but at the same time you're wearing a kind of crappy piece of armor. You can see there's 6 across all the physicals. And the magics are a bit higher, but again, 10 and 8 is not amazing. And it's fairly heavy for this kind of resistance at 1.2. You can get a lot of better stuff for a lot less. Like you can see here, like the sack is pretty much as good, if not better in certain... Like, let's put this on and then look at the sack. I mean, it's better for bleed, poison, and striking defense. And it weighs 0.6. It's like half the weight. What was I wearing, by the way? Shadow Hood? Yeah, looks about right. The Mask of the Father and the Mask of the Mother are both better, in my opinion. But in any case, I'll try and find the concept art that has what Pinwheel looks like inside that cloak. And it's pretty disgusting. It's like an amalgamation of the father carrying the mother carrying the child. It's actually 3 people on top of each other. But they've done some weird necromantic magic to pull that off. Coming up here will take us into the Tomb of the Giants, which I'm not sure if I'm going to go into next time. I'm not sure. I'll certainly consider it. I have the Skull Lantern, which is nice, but I may want to come back here when I have the helmet that gives you light instead. But if you want to get back to the catacombs, you just run up this way. Hopefully people have put like little markers up here. Praise the sun. There you go. Congratulations. People finding the exit. If you come up here, I think there's like a soul item up here, like Soul of a Proud Knight or something. Yeah. I don't know how I remember that, but I did. I'm actually going to use a Homeward Bone and then warp back to... In fact, I don't even need to use a Homeward Bone now because it's so easy to get to the fire here. Just a waste of a Homeward Bone. I mean, I'm going to kill this Bone Wheel just for... Out of pure spite, I'm going to kill this Bone Wheel. There we go, you're dead. Just checking. They can drop this actual wheel. You can actually get this as a shield, and it's got an interesting effect where you can attack with it, and it'll do like a little spin and do damage. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does a lot more damage than attacking with any other shield, that's for sure. Oh, god damn it. Cannot sit at the bonfire, there are enemies too near. There we go. Let's warp to Firelink Shrine. But getting back down there is going to be fairly easy now that we have that bonfire there, which wasn't previously, so that's nice. But there's one thing that we did see here that we got, which was the Rite of Kindling, which I can't remember where they put that. It might be a key. It is indeed a key. Rite, which boosts bonfires even further. This secret writ? I think technically writ. This secret writ allows bonfires to be bolstered further with kindling, so that even more Estus can be collected. Kindling was a sacred rite passed down among clerics, but all undead can imitate the process. In the same manner that they restore their hollowing with humanity. How peculiar that humans had found little use for humanity until they turned undead. That is somewhat ironic, I suppose. But what this will allow you to do is kindle a bonfire further. So as we have it here, Firelink Shrine will give us 10 Estus flasks, so we can kindle that further to 15, and then further again to 20. So you can get to the point where you've got 20... Wait, does it go all the way to 20? It's been a long time since I've played Dark Souls 1. I think it does. I don't think it was 15 or 20, I can't remember which. You know, let's find out now, shall we? I have 3 humanity. Let's reverse hollow. I'm pretty sure the Rite of Kindling allows you to kindle twice. Like an additional 2... kindle. I know you can go to 15 at least. I'm pretty sure you can go to 20. But maybe I'm just making that up. I can't remember, in all honesty. Oh no, you can go to 20, yeah, that's what I thought. I just don't often do it, I think is why. But as you can see, 20 Estus flasks, which is kind of insane. And as you can see, the fire does get bigger visually, if only slightly. Now, one last thing I'm going to do before we end this episode. We're sitting at about half an hour. But I want to head over this way, because you can see over there, Dominal of Zima is over there now. Just to the right, you can see him sitting over there. Here's the guy we found in the depths. 2 AM. I don't know what he's referring to. I'll have to talk to him in a second. "2 AM late night for you." Maybe? I have no idea what he's talking about. Maybe I was up till 2 AM last night. I could believe that. It's not 2 AM now, that's for sure. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I think this guy's gonna change me. Ah, there we go. Oops, wrong chat. That's what I thought. Gotta love it when friends in Steam chat talking to the wrong person. But here's Dominal over here.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh?
Time for a duo. We can talk to him again.
I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
I think I exhausted the dialogue previously. We can buy the bottomless box off him, which I guess I'll do. He also sells the master key, I believe this was an addition. I don't think ordinarily you can buy the master key off him. I also already have one, so I can't buy it, but, fair enough. We're talking about Warframe stuff down there, by the way. I can help them do sorties, I'm good with that. He sells crystal stuff here, he also sells arrows and bolts, which I do need to buy, actually, now I think about it. How much do you cost? 50. Maybe. But what he also sells is boss armor. If you defeat a boss and then come to Domhnall, he sells his own armor as well, but he will sell the armor of bosses. So we've got Domhnall's armor, we then have the Iron Golem's armor, we then have Smo's armor, because we beat Smo. If you want Ornstein's armor, you have to beat him second. And we also have Artorias' armor, which is hellishly expensive. What is it, 20, 40, it's 80,000 to buy the whole set of Artorias' armor, but it looks really cool. Smo's armor, a lot cheaper. Iron Golem's a lot cheaper, and Domhnall's is actually kind of up there as far as price goes. I'm going to spend all my money on arrows instead. Do I need 350? Probably not. I'm actually going to buy... I'll buy like 100 of these. Is there a way to go up like by 10s? I think there was, but I can't remember. There we go. I'll buy 100 of them. I'm then going to go buy...
That was a
fine trade.
And we'll make another fine trade,
of course. Hi, Shamoy. I like Domhnall. It may just be the Welsh accent, but there's something about him that just seems very friendly. I'm more than aware that that literally could just be his accent. Welsh people always sound very friendly. I'm just going to run up here and buy some poison arrows, but that's going to be it for this episode. So if you like the episode, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. You can buy poison arrows, by the way, from the lady at the end of this hall, which is why I'm going down here. But you don't really need to see me spending all my money on poison arrows, so I'm just going to leave it there. See you next time, guys.